All right, welcome back to My Mom's Basement. It is Robbie Fox here in the War Room with Dana White, just one day before UFC Noche. How are we feeling one day removed from obviously the biggest production the UFC's ever put on?
Yeah, I couldn't be more fired up. Last night, we went through, it was the first full rehearsal of the show last night. And it's so badass.
So what's that like the first full rehearsal? Are fighters present for that? Do you have
No.
people in their place like doing walkouts and stuff like that?
Yeah, you have stand-ins that act like fighters. And you go through every element from top to bottom. So these guys closed up last night at like 2 a.m, went and slept a few hours, and went back in today and are doing it all over again. So from now until literally till the first person the door opens, the first person walks in, rehearsal from here on out.
And the movie itself, I assume you saw that in the Sphere. Was it the first time you're actually seeing it in the Sphere last night? Or you've seen that?
Yeah, I've seen it. It's the first time I've seen it in the Sphere at 100% resolution. So the last time I saw it, we were in the high 40s resolution.
Yeah.
The first time I've seen it high res with full audio, the seats connected, the whole deal. Last night was the first one, and I'm telling you, and there's people that have been in the production world forever and done everything. I mean, Mark Shapiro, that guy's produced the Olympics, NBA Finals. He's done tons of shit. He literally texted me today. The thing sounded like a movie review. Exceptional, outstanding, groundbreaking. Dana, I've never seen anything like this in my life. So, yeah, people that know and people that have seen it all are already like fucking blown away by this thing. So,
and how close is it to what you envisioned possible leaving that U2 show?
It's dead on. I said, U2 was first. They're the first people in the building, so they had to kind of, they didn't know. I'm going to use all of the capabilities of the Sphere, which nobody has done yet.
And how do you make sure that translates to television?
So we have a guy named Glenn Weiss who is looked at as the hottest director in Hollywood when it comes to, the Oscars, the Emmys, on all these different types of award shows. So there's 2 shows going on every Saturday. We have in-house live show that we're producing, and there is a truck for that. Then you have another truck that is producing the television show that beams out to the rest of the world. There are 2 more trucks. They will be filming both of those things together inside the Sphere, trying to give the people at home that I guess experience. Will it work? We'll find out on Saturday night. And this guy, Glenn Weiss, he's done everything. This guy's done it all. When we called him and told him what we wanted to do, he said, "You are out of your minds. I'm in." I love it.
I got to be honest, seeing you this invested for the past, feels like past year in the production of this event and how mind-blowing it could be was surprising to me, knowing your history with, big production walkouts or live music and stuff like that. You're generally opposed to it. Do you think if the reception to the Sphere is as great as you imagine it will be, your stance will soften on that stuff?
There's nothing goofier than live music during a fight.
Even for a walkout, you think?
Yeah, I think honestly, I'm obviously biased, but we're the best that ever have done it. When we did Sinead O'Connor,
that's what I'm saying.
Exactly,
it was amazing. There was nothing goofy about that.
Right. But it's not easy to pull off, and it's a real pain in the ass. All the other music walkout and all the other shit that's music related with fights is absolutely goofy. People don't show up to for that. They show up for fights, and I just try to keep everything. You don't have to go overdo it to make it fucking great. You don't have to. I just don't. I never liked them.
Yeah.
I never liked it. And the one time that we decided to do it, I thought we nailed it as best it could possibly be nailed. And then we move on and we try other things. But this one, when I went into the Sphere and all the talk about how it couldn't be done, and I saw the possibilities in there, and I had this, I guess, vision for it, and it all comes to fruition tomorrow night.
Did I see that there's going to be a hologram of you inside the Sphere for people?
There is a hologram.
How does that
in the
work?
Sphere. So, Howie Mandel, that's his company.
He's a Howie Mandel is a hologram company.
Yeah, he does that. It's I think it's Pronto, right? It's called Pronto, and and what you're going to see in there of me is just a glimpse of what they can do with Pronto. It's pretty fascinating.
Can they start sending Dana White holograms to the cards you don't want to go to?
That's a good idea.
If you want to take off,
I want to go to all
card.
the cards. It's the ones that I can't go to is the question. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Wait till you see this hologram.
Yeah, I want to interview the hologram. I want to go
give me my phone.
do a Dana White hologram interview, the first ever, first of its kind.
You'll love this. You'll love this.
What do we got here?
I'll show you. Mark. Fucking up your whole interview here.
No,
Bear
this is
with me.
fine. This is you're building the anticipation.
Good.
Drum roll, please. I'm gonna go check out the Dana White hologram. Oh, is
Y esta noche no solo es una celebración del Día de la Independencia de México, sino una celebración de los deportes de combate en la historia de México. There's the ESPN set back there.
so what we just saw was Dana speaking fluent Spanish.
So I filmed that, right? You filmed that. And I talked about Noche UFC, and then their AI turns it into Spanish. And you see my mouth?
Yeah.
It's literally...
I swear to God, I was going to do a video of myself talking in English and try to get AI to turn it into Spanish for this as well. I was holding that hope for the presser. I thought you were going to come out on stage at the presser last night and be like, Buenos noches, motherfuckers. I was holding out hope for that. The presser last night was awesome. I felt like Lazy Boy stole the show. Do you agree?
I couldn't agree with you more.
I mean, you don't need to speak a lick of Spanish to understand that charisma.
That's so funny. I just did a luncheon with all the Mexican media that's come up here from Mexico, and they asked me if I understood what he said yesterday during the press conference. I said, you don't have to understand Spanish to know what was said. No. It was all
I
good
understood
shit.
when he said puta. I got that one. I was like, oh, I know that one, yeah. I know U2's been doing the concert movie at the Sphere. Like, they filmed it and they're playing it as a movie now. Is the hope to do that with UFC as well?
Yeah. If everything goes well tomorrow night, and I would love to reformat that thing and have it be a live show at the Sphere.
And prior to the show you saw at the Sphere, the U2 show, what do you think the most mind-blowing live event you ever went to was?
That's a good question. I mean, it's super biased because obviously it would be something that I was very into and a fan of, but it would have to be, God, off the top of my head, it would have to be a concert that I've gone. I mean, Rage Against the Machine live is unbelievable. I think that when you talk about live bands and going and how good they sound and the energy inside the place for a Rage concert is second to none. But then actual shows that I've seen, something that I've gone that I've been blown away with, I don't know.
Anything in Vegas? Like, did you go to Vegas shows? I assume you don't now, obviously. But like when you first came to Vegas, were you going to shows and stuff?
Yeah, I do shows, and obviously Mystère, the first time you see it is really good.
What is that? Cirque du Soleil?
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
It was it was like their first branded show. It was called Mystère, and it was very good, especially because nobody had ever seen anything like that before. There's a show. Anybody who's in Vegas any weekend at Caesar's Palace, there's a show called Absinthe.
I've heard about this.
It's very good.
Yeah.
I think Absinthe is the best show in Las Vegas.
Okay, I'll have to check it out next time I'm here.
Definitely.
Before you were a part of the UFC, what was the best fight you ever attended? Had to be a boxing fight, I would assume.
Tyson. Yeah, it was a Tyson fight.
Yeah. I know you've got the big Tyson poster in there with the ticket in your office. Was it that fight, or were you at that fight?
I think that the one Lorenzo and I went to the Botha fight, Francois Botha, and I'm pretty sure the Botha fight was that when he walked out to DMX for the first time, right? And we hadn't heard DMX before that. It's like when DMX first started to blow up, and that's just when Tyson came out and the music and the whole it was badass.
Going back to the Sphere, I know you said he didn't get the tickets from you, but Oscar De La Hoya claims that he's going to be at the Sphere. I think he was just trying to stick it to Canelo.
Yeah, he was trying to stick it to Canelo, but he's going. He's going.
He really is going. You
with
know
Shake
that
Turkey.
he's going?
Yeah. Shake Turkey invited him to go with him.
Who shaked? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think an interaction between you and Oscar would look like?
I probably won't even see him. He's going to be up in Shake's box, so.
Yeah. It would be fireworks, I'm sure. Do you think you guys would immediately just start arguing?
We've
or
seen
it'd
each
be
other.
like-
3-4 weeks ago, I was at a restaurant, and he was 3 tables over from me at dinner.
You guys just ignore each other?
Exactly.
Yeah. Fuck that guy. I'm on your side. I'm on your side with that.
You know I'm right.
Yeah, absolutely. And not to jump too much ahead, I know all the focus is on UFC Noche, but I was just telling everyone here, I formatted the most recent Pup Punk tour around UFC MSG because I'm like, I can't miss that. Are we going to get a main event announcement soon for that one? I know the hope is that
tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night, we're announcing the card.
Oh, shit.
It's right there, right behind that black screen that
Yeah,
you
we can't see anything, yeah.
That's it.
The whole card, the main card will be announced.
Yes.
Oh, wow, exciting. I loved, I'm the biggest John Jones hater on the block, but I loved you sticking it to the haters with the commercial. I thought that was a big move. I need you on the front lines for McGregor like that as well.
As far as what?
I need you making commercials for just propaganda.
Do you think he needs commercials though? But
and
that one
I
is,
think he does. People are always coming at him. They're telling me he's never going to fight again. I need you to make commercials saying he is going to fight again.
And the John Jones piece is far from propaganda. The Jones,
it's true stuff, but
true stuff. The facts.
Those
are all stats.
Yeah, they're stats, but they just came out of nowhere.
Which are facts.
Yeah,
they didn't come out of nowhere. They're out there. They're available for
yeah.
stupid motherfuckers to read.
You're just promoting John Jones. I've never seen
they're
that
available for
before.
dumb fucks to go read to understand that numbers don't lie and that you know what I mean.
It was a great move.
That's why. Like, did you see how well I speak Spanish?
Yeah,
right?
I did. Yeah.
Right? You guys see how well I speak Spanish?
Fluent.
I can't wait till we pop everything into an AMI machine and they do the rankings, they do the pound for pound, and I don't have to sit around and explain to dumb fucking people all day who the best in the world is and why.
It's still John Jones.
It's going to be a great day.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it'll be John Jones then when AI comes around, but to deny John Jones the GOAT status right now and really, come on, look with me, right? You look at if you look at the pound for pound,
yeah, I'm looking at
right? How that really should go is 3-2-1, right?
Yeah.
John Jones is the pound for pound best fighter in the world. Alex Pereira actually moved 2 different weight classes, went up, and is willing to fight at heavyweight, saying, I will fight at heavyweight.
Yep.
So he's definitely number 2. And I love Islam. I'm not trying to shit on Islam. Islam is number 3.
You know what I love about Alex Pereira?
Well, you want to let me.
He's willing to fight Tom Aspinall.
Let me talk to you about. Let me talk to you about the media and the rankings. Let's look at the lightweight division.
Yeah.
Look at number 9.
Yeah, we got Max Holloway.
Max Holloway is number 9. Now go from 9 up and look at number 3.
Someone he just knocked out at UFC 300, Justin Gaethje.
He basically beat him twice because he was beating him on points, then knocked him out.
So 2 wins. I'm with you on that. Yeah.
So he's 3. Holloway is number 9.
Yeah.
How the fuck does that make sense in any universe?
And can I ask you something else?
Yeah.
Where the fuck is Conor?
Well, Conor's been out too long. So once you're out too long,
Chandler's been out as long as him almost.
Well,
where's
almost.
Chandler? You know what I'm doing? Is Chandler still going to be his opponent?
The other thing,
If
no,
Conor beats Chandler,
no. So,
whoa, you just slid that in. No,
no,
because Chandler had the 2024 ultimatum. Is that Chandler's choice?
No, Chandler said, "I'm done waiting. I want to fight."
For real? Mm-hmm. This is like huge breaking news.
Yeah, come out tomorrow.
Unbelievable! Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, so we could literally go through this fucking board all day, but AI is coming, and it'll be a happy day for me.
Are there plans to take the Contender series on the road? I know there was talk about that.
So I sort of just threw that out one day, and the matchmakers loved the idea too. Production didn't love that idea very much.
Why not? Just because it's easier at the Apex?
No,
They have
because
everything's set up.
Because when you think about running this show and going out and doing it, it's expensive. You know what I mean? It's really expensive, and you know the amount of tickets that you would have to sell. But I'm interested in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our guy Lee, who runs our Spin and Backfist pages, had a great idea that I loved. College campuses for Dana White's Contender series, college arenas. That'd be awesome.
It would be awesome.
College kids would be going insane for that.
Yeah.
Another question.
You're not
for
wrong.
you.
Yeah.
Is there anything you love more than a good Tito Ortiz fail Instagram post? I feel like the "my boy" comment has taken on a life of its own.
And it's not that I love to see Tito fail. It's just that I've been telling people for many, many, many years how dumb Tito is. And it's fascinating that nobody ever really picked up on it until I started saying it, and now everybody notices it.
The videos, you see any video on Instagram where Tito teases, he tries to do a mic drop, hits himself in the head with it or something like that. You go right to the comments. You're the top one, my boy, pinned, and yeah.
My boy.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what. So when Tito was fighting here, we would do press conferences, and somebody would ask him a question, and all the stuff that you see are the absolute nonsense that would come out of his fucking mouth and it'd go on for 10 minutes. It wouldn't just be like he'd answer the question and like snap it up. It would go on forever. And then we'd almost be done with this thing and somebody else would ask him a question. I could swear to God, it was on purpose. Like these people wanted to fucking torture everybody. Then we'd have to listen to another fucking 15-minute, commentary that made no sense whatsoever. Yeah. Tito is Tito.
Tito is Tito. He's always going to be Tito.
Yep.
And then finally, this is kind of a selfish question, but I've got a wedding to pay for now. When's it going to be my turn in the tunnel of chaos?
That's right.
I would like a shot in the tunnel of chaos.
Yeah?
I'm jealous of all my coworkers that have gotten to do it.
So, do you know the story of that night?
I know their stories from that night, which basically everyone walked in and said, I would like $1 million, and they walked out with $1 million. Not literally $1 million, but...
So everybody so literally half of Barstool was there that night.
And I'm sitting at home looking through my window like at all my friends playing out in the sno.
But you weren't in Vegas, were you?
No, they didn't invite me.
Well, you would have had to be in Vegas.
I know.
So literally Portnoy was there.
Yeah.
So Portnoy...
and he heard the legend of you go in, you say how much money you want, and then you win it.
Right. So... Yes, so that they had the back and forth. I won $1 million.
Yes.
And then
Taylor, well, yeah.
Right, and Taylor was telling him, no, I mean, be realistic. Portnoy walked in and won $100,000.
I know.
In 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Took his $100,000 and went. Then literally the next Barstool employee would say, "What do you want to win?" And he would say $10,000.
They got in line, yeah.
And Portnoy would put up the $10,000, and I would win the $10,000, give the money back to Portnoy. Literally went through the whole line. I don't know. What was it, 10, 12 people?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Like every Barstool employee that was out there for the Super Bowl.
Then we get to Will Compton, and it turns into a battle, but then we ended up getting his money.
He was stressing, though. There's the videos, and you could see, people having to, rub his shoulders and tell him it's going to be all right.
Everybody won, at a minimum, $10,000 that night.
You guys just bankrupt casinos. That's what you do. You go in there, and you take all their money, and you walk out.
So you're here all weekend. We'll get together and we'll do it.
I'm here till Sunday morning.
How much is your wedding?
As much as we could afford. We'll see.
Which is what? I mean, you got to have a budget for the wedding already.
No,
how many people are you inviting?
We don't already.
You don't even know who's coming?
No, we talked about we don't know how many people are coming. We're so far in the distance. We're like, we got to save up for this thing.
Okay. All right. Operation Robbie Fox wedding this weekend.
I love it. You let me know.
UFC Noche will be such a big part of your life forever now.
Literally, like my in-laws will know about UFC Noche.
Their kids and their grandkids are going to know.
All right. Operation Robbie Fox's wedding. Thank you, Dana.
Deal.